Yo, you know who it is, you know what it is, man. Your country kinfolk, your Alabama cousin, Jabo ENT, man. We finally here, man. We back with another one. Story time with Jabo. And this right here been called for, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the time that we got detained at the Canadian border when I was on tour. You feel me? They been wanting to hear this story, man, so I'm gonna go and run it. We're gonna take a trip back to 2000 and I want to say it's 2014. 2013. So I was on tour with DJ Big Health. You know what I'm saying, on the I think Industry's Most Wanted tour, something like that. It was some kind of tour that he was running with Def Jam. So I was on there. We were going around to different cities, performing, doing our thing. But it was two legs of the tour. It was like the first we did like a first maybe like 15 or almost 20 days. You know what I'm saying? Different spots, different cities. Then we took a break and we came back. We took a week break, then we came back and did another like 17 to 18 days. You know what I'm saying? It was a long tour. So anyway, on the tour, you know what I'm saying, it was me. I had my cameraman, Chico, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't just my cameraman. He was the owner and operator of Speed Hustle, which was one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, biggest local internet, hip hop internet websites at the time. You know what I'm saying? And this is during the blog era when you needed those write-ups and you needed those countdowns and you needed those rankings and placements and different stuff like that. He paved the way for a lot of independent artists that were coming up, you know what I'm saying, around that time. So it was kind of like we were joining brands. It wasn't just like he was my cameraman just filming me. It was like nigga Jabbo on tour with Speed Hustle, you know what I'm saying, covering it. So you know what I'm saying, everything was wild. But so yeah, it was me, Chico, you know what I'm saying, and my cousin Tron, you know what I'm saying, my boy Tron, you know what I'm saying, Tall Teaser with him, you know what I mean. So we going around, man, we doing our thing. First leg of the tour was pretty straight, you know what I'm saying? So we get back, you know, take a break off, take a week off, then we jump back on tour, you know what I'm saying? Now the first city we was going to when we came back was Detroit. You feel me? Now this whole day was kind of weird from the get-go, man. Number one, it was Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Take that into account. It was Halloween, October 31st, 2013. So our flight leave out from Atlanta to go to Detroit early in the AM. So we leaving from Montgomery. It was bad. I was still staying in Montgomery at the time. This is how early in the game it was. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't even moved to Atlanta yet. But so we left early in the morning. We hauled ass to the airport. I forgot who was late or somebody bad must have been overweight or something like that. But they were trying to get their bag together, you know what I'm saying? In some kind of way, they almost missed they damn near closed the door on them. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they close the door at the airport, at the plane, man, ain't no getting on there, man. You done. You know what I'm saying? It's over with. But we the Lord willing, we wiggled it. They got on there. I don't even remember if it was Tron or Chico that was running late on the plane ride. But anyway, the lady let us on. Boom, we get in there, fly to Detroit. Now we get to Detroit, we land. So when we land, we meet the driver. Now we don't have the same driver we had on the first leg. We got a different driver. They gave us a different driver. You feel me? So we meet him. You know, he seemed pretty cool. So he drove rappers before. Cool. All right. So boom, we get to the baggage claim, and my luggage missing. They ain't even got my luggage. So my shit lost. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go to the little area, and they do the little claim or whatever, and tell them where you staying at. They say, okay, we'll deliver it to the hotel or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool, boom. Like that's a bummer. I can't even go really take a shower and change clothes, and then I ain't really got nothing, you know what I mean? So like back then, this 2013, like Cash App and like Venmo and all these different apps and stuff to move money around, it wasn't out yet. So we had like the way we used to move money was like Western Union and MoneyGram, you know what I'm saying? So my label, they were sending me some bread, and they were sending it, you know, through MoneyGram. So I had to go to Walmart and get the MoneyGram, because you could only do MoneyGram pretty much at Walmarts or at, you know, different little places like that. But Walmart was the main place. So, you know, I don't know nothing about Detroit, bro. I don't know nothing about, you know what I'm saying, I don't know nothing about this area, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here. So, boom, I get in the car with the driver. He driving. Boom, so I'm like, man, let's go to the hotel first so we can check in. I can let these boys put their bags down. They got their bags, let them put their bags down. And, you know, we kind of regroup, and then we'll go to Walmart because I got to pick some money up. You know what I'm saying? I got to pick some bread up. He like, all right, cool. So we go to the hotel, check in. I might be staying at the Crown Plaza, which is right on the water of, I don't even know what ocean or what body of water this is, but it's right on the water. So you can look over the water and you see, you know, buildings and stuff like that. Now, we check in, they put their bag down, and so I'm like, man, let's go get something to eat and find some smoke, you know what I'm saying? So my dog Chico, he was like, man, my brother stay up here, you know what I'm saying? So I can just hit him, and you know, I told him he was coming up here anyway, he gonna pull up on us with the smoke. Okay, cool, that's fine and dandy, my boy, let's do that. So we get in the truck, you know what I'm saying? The driver just driving. So I'm like, bro, let's go to Subway. We see a Subway, boom. Start right here, we just grab some sandwiches and whatnot. You know what I mean? So we go into the Subway. It's a little dude working behind the counter, you know what I'm saying, fixing the sandwiches. Like, this nigga like he fresh out, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got the tattoos in his face, you know what I'm saying? He got it kind of swole, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, young nigga just, you know, trying to make it look like. So, you know, when I get to the, up there to make my sandwich, you know, we just talking. He like, man, y'all boys ain't from around here. I like, nah, man. I'm from Alabama, and I'm up here to do. I'm on like a little tour, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a show tomorrow, because I didn't even have a show that night. You know what I'm saying? Like on the tour, I used to always try to go in a day ahead of time, just in case any little, you know, BS happen, whatever happened, so we can, you know what I'm saying, be there or whatever, and we can make the adjustments that needed. So anyway. Where was I? Okay, yeah, we in the Subway. So my boy, he fixing the sandwiches, and he like, oh yeah, bro. He was like, I rap too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling him, I'm like, yeah, man, I rap. I got a song with it's called Drop with Yo Gotti that I'm pushing right now, and I got something that's gonna come out with Jadakiss and Slim Thug and Voodoo. I'm just telling him the rundown. You know what I'm saying? So he like, yeah, I rap too, bro. They call me Gotti. You feel me? I'm like, okay, that's what's up, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's the move. So he was like, so I was like, yeah, man, we really looking for some smoke though, for real. Like, he was like, oh, okay, bro. Like, man, I got like a little 3.5 in the back, but you know, I sell you a gram out of there, bro. It ain't nothing, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well, shit, all right, cool. So I end up buying the gram from him. You know what I'm saying? We pocket that until brother called us. And so I think we had wanted a half, but he called and was like, man, I couldn't get the half, but I got to sell. You feel me? So I'm like, cool, we'll pull up on you and grab that. So we leave Subway, pull up on Chico brother, meet him, grab the seller. Now it's time to go to Walmart to pick up my bread. You know what I'm saying? So we can get the moving and doing what we need to do. Man, nigga, I told the driver, I said, man, put the address in, look at Walmart and put it in the GPS. So he looked at Walmart. He said, oh, it's a Walmart 6 minutes away. I'm like, oh, cool. So let's go there. So as he's driving, we looking at the weed like, okay, yeah, this all right right here. You know, we passing around. Yeah, this great. Woo. Boom, tie the bag back up. Then my phone, I looked down at my phone. My phone said, welcome to Canada, or something like that. It said like, welcome to Canada, or some Canadian rates may apply, some crazy stuff about Canada. So I looked, and I ain't really think much of it, but I knew it was in like a tunnel, you feel me? And it got dark, you feel me? So I turned around and said, hey bro, y'all phone just say welcome to Canada or some crazy shit. And niggas like, no. But as we kept riding, then they shit started pinging off too, like boom. So nigga, long story short, We in the line at the Canadian border to go to Canada, bro. No passports, no nothing, just straight license, car smelling like weed. We been in there looking at the weed, so you know how open gas smell. You feel me? We weren't smoking in the truck, but you know how open gas smell. So as we moving in the line, I'm like, damn. And see, if I would have thought, Bill, I would have probably threw the little self out the window or something right then when I really. But we was in the line, man. We get up to the people. So the driver rolled out the window, and I'm like, hey, how you doing, sir? We didn't want trying to come this way, man. We was looking for a Walmart, and we trying to, and they sent us this way, and we came across the, you know what I mean? And he was like, oh, well, y'all gonna have to still go through and come back around, so y'all gotta keep going through the line. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, all right. So we drive up to the actual booth, the window where the lady at, and where the what's your business in Canada type of, conversation. And I told her the same little spiel, like, man, I'm a rapper, and I'm here on tour, I got showed, and I'm showing her the itinerary and all that. And she like, do y'all have passports? No, man, we got, so she's looking at the IDs. She's saying Alabama, like, oh, hell nah. Then, mind you, my cousin Tron, it was back when he had the long dreads, so he got long dreads. That boy Chico, he big football player, you feel me, with the long dreads. So it just look crazy. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? We in a blacked out SUV with a driver. I'm over here with jury and shit on, like it just look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So the lady was like, well, y'all gonna need paperwork to get back into the U.S. And when she said that, I was like, it kind of didn't register, but then it did register. Like, oh, we really left the USA, bro. Like, we ain't in the USA no more, cuz like this shit is crazy. This shit can go down. You feel me? So when she pulled, she said y'all gonna have to pull up right there, and somebody will be out there to talk to y'all or whatever. Man, we pull up. Man, it's about 9 officers ran out of there with dogs and everything, bro. Get out of there. Snatched us out the car. Boom. But before, now let me rewind a little bit. Before we pulled up, like when we pulling up to the booth, I had the green at first. And so I'm finna tuck it. She go like, no, pass it back here to me. So I passed him the cell. You know what I'm saying? I passed him the green. You feel me? He put the shit in the Subway sandwich bag or something like that. So when we pull up and all the police officers run out and they grab us out, they snatch him out the back and like take him down the corridor a little bit. You feel me? Like they grabbed me, put me in handcuffs. No, they didn't put me in handcuffs. They grabbed us out and had us standing right there. And so like one of the officers just was like, oh, I got it. It's in the Subway bag. Pulled it out. You feel me? That's when they put the cuffs on us. Like, who cuffed us up? I'm like, man, come on, bro. They like, so they walking us in the facility, and I'm like, bro, all this over 7 grams of marijuana, man. Like, I thought marijuana was legal in Canada. Now, this 2013. Now, this ain't, you gotta keep in mind, this ain't today. This like, well, weed just legal everywhere. This like 2013, so this is a while ago. So all the laws and stuff hadn't really kicked into effect yet, and it wasn't as lenient yet. So they was like, y'all wanna call y'all lawyer? You wanna call your lawyer? I'm like, bro, for what? I'm like, man, I'm thinking in my head, like, what's the worst that they could do to us for 7 grams of marijuana? You know what I'm saying? We ain't did nothing else. We ain't got nothing else on us, no weapons, nothing else like that. Like, what's the worst? What's the worst that can happen? So I'm like, nah, man, we don't wanna call no lawyers. Like, we gonna sit this shit out. You feel me? See what's up. Like, so, and then on top of that, I knew if I would have told them, yeah, I want to call my lawyer or call my people or whatever, that would have broke down our communication between me and the officer. And the officer that had me, he was cool. Cause you know what I'm saying? He kind of looked at it like, man, he knew I was telling the truth, bro. You feel me? He knew like I wasn't just popping shit. I'm like, look at the scenario, look at what it is, bro. Like I wasn't trying to come over. You think I want to come over here for what? Like I don't have no business over here. You feel me? So it was an honest mistake, and that mistake happens a lot that I came to find out later on. So anyway, they take us in there. They sit me and the driver in one cell, and they sit Chico and Tron in another cell, right? So I don't know what they got going on over there. So me and the driver in the cell, this nigga, he is tripping. Cause they still got his cup. So he is tripping, bro. He under like, man, I'm trying to be a steward again. I guess he worked for the airline before and he was a steward. And he had got into a little trouble. But I don't know if he got the shit expunged off his record or what. But he was telling me like he did like some, I think he said like credit card, check, or insurance fraud or something for like $250,000. It wasn't nothing really crazy. Like, it wasn't nothing too crazy, but how I ended up getting, you know what I'm saying, kind of getting out the shit, woo. Now, that's going to be significant later on in the story. So, anyway, we in there, he tripping. He like, bro, I ain't going to be able to be a steward no more, man. He like, I knew I shouldn't been driving for these rappers no more, man. I'm like, bro, chill. I'm sitting right here. I'm like, bro, chill, bro. You going to be straight. I like, shit, but I mean, just chill, bro. Just chill, cause I'm thinking, I'm just like, bro, what's the word they could do, bro? So then I get up, I bam on the door and tell him, I'm like, bro, the officer that had me came. He was like, what, man? Like, I said, man, can you please take these cuffs off, bro? Cause I got them on here pretty tight, and we actually in the facility, in the jail, bro. We ain't going nowhere. Like, can you take the cuffs off? So he was like, yeah, I can take them off. He took them off, boom, took the cuffs off. So we back chilling. This nigga talking about he claustrophobic. I'm like, oh my God. Then so probably like 30 minutes go by. Boom, knock on the door. I'm like, what the fuck? They open up the door. Yeah, strip search them too. I'm like, whoa, strip search them for what? What's going on? Pulled up out there, they said, yeah, your little buddy in the other cell, he had some more marijuana on him. So I'm like, what the fuck? Now you gotta think that gram that I bought from the nigga at the Subway, Chico to put that in his sock. Him, my trunk, one of them niggas put that shit in their sock. And I guess forgot it was in there. And then so they gets inside the cell, so you know that shit smelling up the cell. So they like, bro, there's some more weed in here somewhere, you feel me? Like, so now they strip search us and woo. I'm like, bro, this is uncalled for, cuz like, they're like, nah, we can get y'all for smuggling something into the facility and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh my goodness, bro. So then they strip searches, wasn't nothing on us, so they throw us back in the cell, me and the driver. So now he really tripping. So I'm like, man, just chill, bro, just chill. So they had us probably about 2 hours, about 2 to 3 hours. So we in there. Then they come knock on the door again. Boom. So now I'm thinking like, oh shit, if they be on some y'all finna dress out type shit, like now I got to call somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really prepared to, you know what I'm saying, let folks know what's going on so we can try to get back to the USA. That's the most scariest part about it. It wasn't that we were locked up or detained. The most scariest part is we was out of the country. Like we on these folks' soil, playing under their rules, which our lawyers in America, these folks don't care about them. You know what I'm saying? These folks, like, so yeah, it was just a whole big mess. But you know, God is good, and let me tell you what happened. So when we get back in the cell, they come back. We in about 2 hours. They come back in. They like, all right, man, y'all come on with us. So I'm like, oh shit, they finna go dress us out. So they walk us into like the main, the front little area, I guess, like a little processing area, right? So they like, all right, man, y'all sit down, have a sit on the benches over there. So I'm like, all right, I know they finna say what size you wear, and boom. I'm like, nah. So they was like a sergeant or the lieutenant, somebody, one of the head men, he walked out. And he was like, hey man, hey fellas, today y'all lucky day, man. He was like, today my last day. He said, I've been working here for 35, 40 years, whatever he said. He said, today is my last day. He said, I retire tomorrow. Because I saw they had like a cake and they had some balloons and stuff, you know, in the little area. He said, man, I retire tomorrow. And, you know, I ran y'all name and, you know, everything checks out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I ain't gonna be the one to ruin your tour, young man. He was like, I ain't gonna be the one to, you know, ruin y'all day to day, you know, over 7 grams of weed or 14, whatever it was. He was like, I ain't gonna be able to be the one to ruin y'all day to day because tomorrow at this time, I'll be somewhere fishing. That's exactly what he said. He said, tomorrow at this time, I'll be somewhere fishing. And I don't even want that on my conscience, you feel me? So he let us go. But on the way out, we had to process out. And he said, but y'all gonna have to pay to get the truck back though. We did seize the truck, you feel me? And we searched it real good. So, you know, it's gonna be junky in there, but you know, y'all ain't going, you know, y'all are free to go. So he was like, y'all just gotta go up to the counter and, you know what I'm saying, process out or whatever. So the lady, we get up there to the counter, man. The lady, you know, what's your name, social security, no, you know, boom, 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 put the shit in. She asks you, like, have you ever been convicted of a felony or have any whoop, whoop, whoop on your record? I'm like, nah, I just really got some tickets, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Okay, boom, boom, print out some little paper here, you free to go, because you're going to need that shit to get back to in the U.S., you feel me? Man, this nigga, the driver, nigga, he get up there, he up there. All the whole while in the cell, nigga, this nigga acting like he's scared and just, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Man, they get up there, what's your name? Okay, social security, I'm typing in. She like, hey, been convicted of a felony. No ma'am, just some petty thefts and petty fraud. That lady said, petty? She said, this says embezzlement for over $2.5 million. Man, I looked at that nigga, I said, boy, niggas will tell you anything, boy, anything. I said, this nigga told her he done got hit for 250, just only hit for 250K. This lady put the shit up, nigga, and that shit said over 2.5 million. I said, ooh, woo. But then on the flip side, I guess he said he only got charged with 250K. But the whole scheme was a $1 million scheme. I don't know. But when she said that shit, I said, you a slick nigga, man. You in there goddamn putting on the show about to cry, cutting up, you know what I'm saying? Acting like you goddamn whooping. But anyway, they let us go. We pay, we get the truck back, right? So then, nigga, we get to the truck. I'm talking about this stuff. They done towed the truck up, this stuff everywhere. And I ain't even really tripping on that. I'm just ready to get the fuck back to the USA. Like, I'm just like, bro, just get me on American soil, bro. That's all I want. So then, we coming back through. They let us go. We coming back through. So now we got to go through the US at they border. So these niggas, they laughing because they done got the call already. Like, we got a couple of y'all boys over here. We finna send them back over there. They got caught, whatever. So, man, these niggas laughing. They like, man, y'all come on, step out of the truck, man. Step out of the truck. I said, step out of the truck, but, man, we got a surgeon, motherfucker, bro. They probably put something in there on you. You don't know. Them niggas over there shiesty, bro. Like, I said, man, come on. They said, y'all go in there, just go in there. I said, I gotta go back in jail, bro. I said, I gotta go back in jail. They like, man, just go in the main room. Y'all just sit in there. You know what I'm saying? So they did like a little mini search on us and set us in there. So, they laughing and shit, talking about, man, how much y'all had sell grams of weed? They charge y'all what, $400 to get the truck? God damn, man, we would've threw that shit out, let y'all go, man. We wouldn't even got down charge. I'm saying, man, well, thank you, officer. I'm signing a little paperwork, boom, boom. So they let us go. Now, we get back to the hotel, nigga, it's nighttime down there now. So I'm like, shit, bro. That shit right there just blew a nigga all the way. Like, we still need some weed, you feel me? So a light bulb went out saying, call bro from the subway. Cause he might stay close by. I don't know. I called him. I said, hey man. I said, man, that job over, nigga, remember the nigga you met at the subway, bro? He like, oh, yo, what's up, my baby, man? What's good, baby? What's good? I'm like, shit, bro, chilling. Listen. I said, man, nigga done got caught up in some shit, man, and a nigga needs something to smoke on, man. Well, I said, can you pull up on me right here at the Crown Plaza, bro? Oh, yeah, my baby, I got you. What you need? Woo. So he pull up. I'm telling him the story. He laughing and shit. Yeah, man, you got to watch out for them Mounties, man. Like, he said, bro, y'all downtown, right? He's like, bro, Canada right there. So the building that we looking at across the water, that's Canada. We that close to it. I didn't know that, though. So as we was coming back, we were seeing all the signs like no re-entry, one way, don't go here, Canada. Like, they telling you, bro, you ain't go past here, you gonna have to go on in there now. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't looking at that at first because we so busy looking, and then we wasn't driving. So the driver was driving, he's supposed to be on top of everything. So that was the story, man. We ended up getting the green from old boy. You know what I'm saying? He was laughing at me, talking about, man, watch out for the mountains, you know what I'm saying? I ended up getting my luggage. They did deliver my luggage to the hotel, you know what I'm saying, which was cool. So when I got back, my luggage was there. What else? And the next night I had a good show, and we continued the tour, man. And I'm pretty sure there's other crazy stuff that happened on that tour. I got to think about the story. But what's crazier, this happened in like 2013. So fast forward to now that I'm staying in Atlanta. I done moved out here, been out here living for years. Fast forward to probably like 2018 or 19, I was at the raceway by the airport. So I'm goddamn in the raceway buying, getting some gas and shit. Look who behind me. The driver got on the stewardess uniform. Nigga, I said, bro, I said, look, nigga, you got your job back. Cause I had read, I said, what's up, bro? You don't remember? He's like, oh yeah, man, job. What was I said, nigga, you got your job back. Nigga, you was in there scared. Nigga, you straight. He like, yeah, man, you know, I had to get back right and woo-doo. I said, man, that's what's up, man. He like, you still around? Like, yeah, man, I'm still out here doing my thing, man, moving and grooving. But I said, man, look at God, man. I said, see, that was just a little bump in the road. You was good. You know what I'm saying? But that was a crazy situation, man. Shout out to Chico. Shout out to Tron. You know what I'm saying? The boy held it down. Yeah, man, that's what it was. So that was the story with the time we got detained in Canada for about, they had us probably like 5 hours, you know what I'm saying? It felt like we were so far away from America, and we was only about 3 miles from America. But yeah, that's what happened, man. So kids, be aware of your surroundings. Hey, if you ain't got the goddamn gonna get the weed right then, don't get it right then. Make sure you get it in a safe place, tuck it away so it won't be smelling up the car. Cause that's what really hurt us. Like they smelled the gas and then they were like, oh nah, y'all pull up. You feel me? Something going on. So that's what it was, man. Y'all be cool, be safe. Story time with Jabo. Yeah.